Sable is a unique game. It's a game of exploration, and by that I don't just mean exploring the world, but exploring who you are and what you want to do with your life. This is the core concept at the heart of Sable. It makes you ask, what do I want to do now? Do I want to explore this ancient ruin, or solve the mystery of this fallen spaceship? Do I want to climb this huge mountain just to see what's at the top? Get rich selling scrap metal to the scrapper? Or do I just want to ride my bike across the rolling sand dunes in search of new mysteries to discover? This journey begins with Sable as she sets off upon her gliding, a clan-imposed rite of passage that all young clan members must undertake to be known as an adult. The purpose of the gliding is to find the mask that best suits you, thereby finding your defined place within the tribe. Are you a climber, lured by the dangers of a difficult climb? A machinist who listens to the will of individual parts and brings them together to build all manner of wondrous machinery? Or a guard, stoically protecting those entrusted to your care? These aren't the only paths open to you. Some are more easily found, the way marked by those that have come before you. Others are hidden away, only to be discovered by those that have proven themselves worthy. At first, I found the freedom you were given a little overwhelming, and I felt a little lost as to what to do. A fitting feeling, as this is no doubt how Sable herself would feel, being forced to leave the safety of her clan, her family and her friends, to be thrust out into the harsh unknown world beyond. This freedom will soon become your greatest ally, because although you will meet many people on your travels who will ask you to do tasks for them, and some of these will bestow upon you badges to let you progress towards a specific mask, you are not required to do any of them, and nothing is holding you back from forging your own path. There is no set story and no character progression to worry about. There is only you, your bike, and the choice of where to go next. The world of Sable is separated into regions that you can journey between whenever you feel so inclined. If the mystery of what is beyond a mountain range piques your interest, or if you spot an ancient ruin in the distance that you feel a need to explore, then you can do so whenever you wish. Sometimes you will find nothing. There was only more desert beyond the mountain range, or only rubble at the ruin. But sometimes you will stumble across something marvelous, and those are the moments that keep you going. You have seen for yourself the visual style of Sable, and to call it stylized or cartoony would do it an injustice. It is truly a unique experience, and at first, I didn't like it at all. But as I continued to play, I came to see the beauty in its simplicity. Each region has a unique landscape and colour palette. Under the burning sun, some desert is a rich burning amber, whilst elsewhere you will find an arid white or a dreary black. All this fades through sepia to monochrome as night comes, and the vibrance of the world fades away to leave a feeling of emptiness. The world around you can change entirely, and landmarks full of colour can seem totally lifeless in the moonlight. If all this becomes too much for you and you want to see more of the world as you journey, then you can bring some saturation back to your adventure through a colours option in the settings. You can also change the thickness of the line art and really tweak the world to your liking. It's not all a wondrous adventure with Sable though. Some issues will hold you back as you journey. The trusty bike that lets you speed across the world is disappointing to ride, and although it does have its moments when cruising feels fun, the slightest bump in the terrain, something incredibly common in a vast expanse of rolling sand dunes, will send you off into an uncontrollable tailspin. There are more issues with the bike too. There are a couple of times when it fell through the floor entirely, forcing me to leave my current adventure and fast travel back to another location to reset the bike. You can also call the bike to your side by whistling, but unfortunately, this rarely works, and either means once again fast travelling to reset the bike, or heading off on the marathon of a lifetime. There are camera issues too. You will often clip through the floor or through walls, especially when climbing. I also found the camera angle when crouched a little irritating, as it pulls in close behind Sable, leaving you with nothing much to look at than her sandblasted backside. There are more issues too. Sable won't always cling on when climbing, making you fall to the ground, something that almost made me quit the game after having spent 20 minutes climbing a great range of bones. The UI is nice to look at, but very buggy, and the cursor will suddenly disappear or menus won't cycle through, and sometimes items just won't show up at all. Something a little annoying when trying to shop for new clothes or badges. These are all issues that will hopefully be addressed, and they really should be. And although they did cause me some annoyance, none ultimately stopped me from playing more. I found that once I accepted the issues and looked past them, I could just continue my journey, and a relative calmness fell over me. Now, I'm not saying that these bugs are okay, they should of course be fixed, but I don't think you should let them stop you from going on this adventure with Sable. Sable is probably not a game for everyone. For those that like progression in characters or deep narrative stories with many twists and turns, then they won't find any of that here. What you will find are questions and possibilities, and the only thing holding you back from answering and experiencing all the mysteries of the game is yourself. For if you feel that you've already arrived at who you are as Sable, and you've had enough of your gliding, then your journey's already complete, and it's time for you to return home. That's all I have to say about my time with Sable. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you did, and as always, let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments. That's all from me on this one. See you in the next one.